What's up, YouTube? This is me, Asian Dave, aka Fanatical for Jesus, aka Dalway, aka David Chu. I'm just coming to you real quick with 15 do's and don'ts when dealing with depression. Now, some of the tips I'm gonna give will help you long term with depression, but most of the tips I'm gonna give will help you while you're in the moment depressed. It'll lift your spirits for the moment and get you out of your temporary state of depression. But if you find yourself in a chronic state of depression where nothing you do is helping you get out of it, and you're feeling suicidal, I would strongly suggest that you see a psychiatrist as soon as possible and get on some medication like Prozac or something, because that is a serious thing. So again, most of these tips will be what will help you temporarily while you're in the moment depressed. Um, the first one, actually, this one will help you long term, is make sure you get enough sleep. Now, the average amount of sleep that a person needs is 8 hours of sleep, but for some people it's 10 hours. For some people it's 7 hours. So make sure that you get enough sleep that you get enough sleep that you need. If you need 10 hours of sleep, sleep 10 hours. But don't sleep any more than you need to, because if you sleep more, then that's going to contribute to your depression even more. So make sure you get just enough sleep that you need. Um the other one, this is one that when I feel depressed, I hate hearing this, but it is true. You need to force yourself to get up and do a daily routine. Like, I understand that this is something that people that are depressed hate to hear. I hate to hear it when I'm depressed. But there is something about it when you actually force yourself to get up and eat breakfast, brush your teeth, take a shower, and just do a daily routine. There's something about it that just like clicks in your head that um that that gets you out of your depression. Like, and this is another tip that'll help out long term. If you continue to force yourself to get up and do a daily routine, eventually you will get out of your depression. You just gotta force yourself to do it. I understand that that is something that depressed people don't want to hear. I get it, because when I'm depressed, I don't want to hear it myself. But it is very valuable to mental health, stable mental health. On the next one, again, this one will help long term too, is exercise daily. And it doesn't have, like, the effects of exercise have been proven to be very beneficial to stable mental health. And it doesn't have to be a stringent exercise routine like you see bodybuilders do. It can be something simple as going for a walk for an hour every day. But just getting out and doing something every single day is actually very great. It's very valuable to your mental health. So make sure you do some kind of exercise routine every day. Um, Next one. Okay, here's another one that'll help out long term with depression. Make sure you have a friend, a family member, or someone you can trust, like a mental health professional, that you could talk to when you're feeling depressed. I know the whole idea of seeing a counselor is taboo to a lot of people, but I used to see a counselor, and I really liked seeing my counselor. Like, it's good to have someone that can give you valuable insights about yourself and can understand what you're going through. A lot of times a counselor understands you better than your family and your friends understand you. And they can give you valuable insights that they can't give you. So if you have to see a mental health counselor, don't be ashamed in seeing them. Um, but if you have a friend or a family member that you can talk to that understands you, then talk to them. But make sure you have at least that one person that you can always talk to when you're feeling depressed. Um, Now this one is my personal favorite. It'll help in the moment when you're depressed. Is read an enjoyable book. Like I love to read, and I love to read like books on theology, fictional books, um, all different kinds of topics. And when I get into a book, I I go into the world of that book, and that's all I'm thinking about is the book, and I'm not thinking about anything else that's caused me to be depressed. So that lifts my mood. So that is also beneficial. Um, the other one, I don't really do this one too much. Well, I do this a lot when I'm depressed, but I don't do it just when I'm not depressed. It's listen to music. So make sure don't listen to like sad music though. I have a tendency when I'm depressed I'll listen to sad music, and that just brings me down even further. So make sure you listen to uplifting music. And uplifting music may mean different things to you than it does to me. But as long as it's uplifting to you, that's what matters. Um this one will actually help you long term is scheduling out your day. This is an important one. Like the night before you go to sleep, make sure you get out your notebook and you write out your plans for the next day, because that gives you something that gives you something to actually work towards, and it gives you something to focus on, and it's good to have focus when it comes to stable mental health. um the next one, I actually like this. It's meditation and prayer. Like I pray a lot, I pray all the time, and I do meditate, and one of the things I love to meditate on is which it's Proverbs 3:5-6, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." I meditate on that scripture a lot, and it helps me when I'm feeling depressed, and so does prayer. Um, I also do these things when I'm not depressed too. I don't want you guys to think that I only do this stuff when I'm feeling depressed. No, I do them when I'm not depressed too. But I'm just talking about what to do when you're in the moment feeling depressed. A do not that I have down is do not take naps. Like I said, make sure at nighttime you get enough sleep during the night. Then also during the day, do not take any naps. And I know this is difficult because when you're depressed, all you feel is lethargic and feeling like you don't really want to move around because you're just so tired. It's so easy to just lay back down and just take a nap and sleep forever. But no, that'll be the worst thing you can do for your mental health is taking a nap. So do not take any naps during the day. Um, Another one is write in a journal. Like that's one of my favorites. Is just get out a notebook. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't have to be like a fancy journal or anything like that. But you just pull out a notebook, and write your thoughts and your feelings down, and just it helps you to reflect back on what and evaluate your thoughts and your feelings, and it just helps you it helps you like analyze your own thoughts and your feelings and put things into perspective. So that's one of my favorites is to write in a journal. Um, I don't currently write in a journal, but I do intend to start pretty soon, like writing in a journal daily. But cause it's just I don't know, it's just very therapeutic. It is. It's just extremely therapeutic to just write in a journal about how your day went and about your thoughts and your feelings, and stuff like that. Like it's just very therapeutic. So make sure you pick up a journal today from your local store and get ready and start writing. Um, Another one is go out with a friend. And this could be something simple as going out with a friend to the movies, go out and get a bite to eat, go play some basketball or something, just anything. Like, make sure you have that friend that you can call up when you're feeling depressed and say, hey, let's go catch a movie. I'm feeling depressed. Or let's go play some b-ball. Like, and if they're a good friend, they'll be willing to do that. If they're not a good friend and they say no, then they're probably not a friend you need in your life anyways, and you need to find yourself some other friends. But make sure you have at least that one friend that can be there for you when you're depressed. Um, Another don't is don't emotionally eat. This is something that I struggle with. Like when I get depressed, I tend to overeat, and I just gobble down food. Um, this is the worst thing you can do because you always feel like shit afterwards after you get done eating. So make sure you eat regular portions of food, just a regular meal, and stop at that. Don't overeat. Um, Another one, this one I like. Watch a funny movie. Like, just go pop in a funny your comedy, and that'll lift your mood for the time being. Make sure that it's actually a funny movie, like a comedy, and something that you will find funny. Like for me, for instance, I like watching the Rush Hour movies. I've seen those movies so many times. It's not even funny, but every time I see it, I still think it's funny. Like, well, except the last Rush Hour movie. I didn't really like the last one. I just like Rush Hour 1 and Rush Hour 2. Rush Hour 3 was horrible. It was lame. But that's for another topic for another day. Um, and finally, play with your animal. If you have a pet, like I used to have some cats, and I used to love playing around with my cats, and when I did that, it lifted my mood. It made me feel better when I was playing around with my cats. So if you have cats, dogs, puppies, gerbils, birds, whatever, like play around with them, and like it is therapeutic. Like when you're playing with your animal. Um, yeah. So these are just some tips that I'm giving that personally help me when I'm feeling depressed. Now, when I'm feeling chronically depressed, I need to be hospitalized because none of these will help me. Like, but when I'm not feeling chronically, when I'm just regular depressed, temporarily depressed, like I do these things and it gets me out of my depression. So I hope that. You have another fucking text message. Okay, anyways, I hope that this video helps someone out there. Like, again, if you're feeling chronically depressed, then make sure you see a psychiatrist and get some medication as soon as possible. But I hope this gives you some ideas on what you can do with when you're feeling depressed. And um, yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thank you for watching. I love every single one of you, even my haters. Like I love all of y'all to death. Um, yeah. So have a good night. God bless you, and stay awesome, Gotham. Deuces.